What a beautiful sight it was this Easter morning. The dignity, the tradition, the strength, all on full display as King Charles and Queen Camilla led the royal family's Easter celebrations at Windsor Castle. And let me tell you, in a world so full of turmoil and uncertainty, there's something comforting about witnessing the resilience of a monarch who continues to serve with grace even amid personal challenges. This Easter Sunday marked a special moment for King Charles III. Still undergoing treatment for cancer, the King showed the world what true commitment to duty looks like. Despite his diagnosis and recent hospitalization, he stood tall, side by side with Queen Camilla as they attended the Easter Matin service at the historic St. George's Chapel. And I just want to take a second and let that sink in, because this man could have easily stepped back, rested and recuperated quietly. But instead, he chose to be there, to show up, to honor tradition. That speaks volumes about his character, and Queen Camilla, always the steady hand at his side, looked radiant. After 20 years of marriage, having just celebrated their anniversary earlier this month during a state visit to Italy, the love and devotion between them is unmistakable. She has been his rock, especially during these difficult months. That quiet strength of hers, that compassion, it's what has made her such a fitting queen consort, and this Easter she once again proved just why she belongs at the King's side. The service itself took place at none other than St. George's Chapel, a site that holds deep meaning for the royal family and for all of us who follow these stories so closely. This is the very same chapel where Queen Elizabeth II now rests, where Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were married in a ceremony that captivated the world, and where so many milestones have taken place. It is a sacred space for royal continuity and family legacy, and this year's service added another beautiful chapter to that long story. Joining King Charles and Queen Camilla were all three of the King's siblings, Princess Anne, the ever-dependable workhorse of the family, alongside her husband Sir Timothy Lawrence. Prince Edward and his wife Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, also came out in full support. And yes, even Prince Andrew showed up with his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson, which, let's be honest, raises eyebrows. But we'll circle back to that in a bit. The younger generation made their presence felt as well. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie came with their husbands, Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi and Jack Brooksbank. The presence of the Earl of Snowdon and Lady Sarah Chatto, the children of Princess Margaret, gave the whole affair a more intimate, extended family feel. It was a reunion, a show of unity, but of course the headlines can't resist stirring up controversy. Prince William and Kate Middleton were absent, choosing to spend Easter in Norfolk with their children, over 100 miles away. Now look, everyone deserves time with their family, but when the future of the monarchy is hanging by a thread, with the King battling cancer and the public needing reassurance, absence speaks volumes. It's not just about skipping a service, it's about showing up when it counts. And I have to ask, where is the consistency in the media's coverage? Because let's flip this scenario for a second. Imagine if Harry and Meghan had skipped Easter at Windsor while Charles was battling cancer. Imagine the headlines: disrespectful, self-centered, turning their backs on duty. The double standards are blatant, but when William and Kate do it, suddenly it's framed as family time and needed privacy. The hypocrisy writes itself. And speaking of Harry and Meghan, let's not forget that it was at this very chapel that their love story became a global symbol of hope and modern royalty. Their wedding at St. George's was not just a royal affair. It was a cultural reset. It was diverse, inclusive and real. It reflected the future that so many people wanted to see for the monarchy, a future grounded in compassion, authenticity and global relevance. And yet here we are, still watching the very institutions that should uplift that message continue to sideline it. Back to the service. It wasn't just about symbolism. It was also about tradition. Earlier in the week, Charles and Camilla participated in the Royal Maundy service, a powerful gesture that traces all the way back to 600 AD. The king handed out Maundy money to 76 men and 76 women, a number that matches his age, in recognition of their outstanding Christian service. This is the kind of tradition that reminds us that monarchy at its best can be about service, gratitude and giving back, not pomp, not scandal, but simple, humble acts of acknowledgement. And even amid his illness, King Charles made it a point to personally engage with the public. At one point last Easter, he responded to a well-wisher's call of "Get well soon" with a heartfelt "I'm doing my best." That kind of humanity is rare. It cuts through the noise, the headlines and the drama, and it connects. Yes, Charles cancelled a few engagements recently after a hospital stay due to temporary side effects of treatment, but let's be clear, this man is showing remarkable courage. He's not hiding, he's not disappearing. He is redefining what royal strength looks like. It's not about never showing weakness. It's about showing up anyway. And Queen Camilla, her role in this journey has been indispensable. From keeping Charles steady, to stepping up in public duties, to showing compassion to those around her, she's proving why she's more than just a consort. She's a partner, a leader in her own right. So this Easter, as the cameras flash and the stories circulate, what we really witnessed at Windsor was a moment of deep significance. A monarch under pressure, still leading. A queen standing strong. A family gathering in the shadow of both triumph and tension. And a chapel, filled with memories of love, loss and legacy, once again at the heart of royal life. Meanwhile, the ones who've been cast out by the press, Harry and Meghan, continue to lead in their own way. Their legacy at St. George's still resonates. Their commitment to service, family and justice hasn't wavered. And one day, history will remember their story differently, not with the tabloid venom, but with the clarity of truth. So let's lift up those who show strength with grace. Let's support the ones who fight illness with courage and who redefine love, duty and resilience every step of the way. Whether it's King Charles and Queen Camilla in Windsor or Harry and Meghan building something beautiful on their own terms, we see them and we celebrate them. King Charles and Queen Camilla lead royal family's Easter celebrations at Windsor Castle last year. The king sat apart from the rest of the royal family for the holiday church service amid his cancer diagnosis. King Charles and Queen Camilla attend Easter church on April 20th, 2025. King Charles and Queen Camilla are continuing a beloved royal family holiday tradition this Easter. The couple joined the family at the Easter Matins church service at St. George's Chapel, located in Windsor Castle, on April 20th. Also in attendance were all three of the king's siblings: Princess Anne with her husband, Sir Timothy Lawrence, Prince Andrew with his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, and Prince Edward with his wife, Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh. Andrew's daughters also attended with their husbands. Princess Beatrice with Edoardo Mapelli Moz and Princess Eugenie with Jack Brooksbank, and Edward's son, James, Earl of Wessex, also joined. Rounding out the royals in attendance were the two children of Princess Margaret, the Earl of Snowdon and Lady Sarah, along with Sarah's husband, David Chatto. Prince William and Kate Middleton opted not to make the outing this year. They spent the holiday over 100 miles away in Norfolk, where they have a country home with their three children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis. Royal Easter through the years see Queen Elizabeth, Prince Harry, Kate Middleton and more. The 14th century chapel is the traditional gathering place for the royals on Easter. It's where many former British monarchs are buried, including the King's mother, Queen Elizabeth, who died in September 2022. It's also hosted many royal weddings, including those of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank and more. King Charles, 76, and Queen Camilla, 77, also have a special connection to the chapel, as it was where their marriage was blessed in 2005. The couple celebrated their 20th anniversary on April 9th during a state visit to Italy. Last year, King Charles and Queen Camilla attended the Easter church service, despite his recent announcement that he had been diagnosed with cancer. Following medical advice, they sat apart from other attendees during the service to minimize the risk of infection and skipped the private family lunch held following the Mass. During a surprise walkabout where they greeted members of the public who gathered outside the church, King Charles replied to one well-wisher's "Get well soon" with "I'm doing my best." The British monarch is still undergoing cancer treatment and was briefly hospitalized on March 27th after experiencing temporary side effects. Although he cancelled scheduled events in Birmingham for the following day, the king was back in action last week during a 4-day state visit to Italy with his wife. King Charles and Queen Camilla started their Easter celebrations on Thursday, April 17th, by taking part in the Royal Maundy service, where they distributed gifts of Maundy money in a tradition that dates back to 600 AD. The special coins recognize those over the age of 70 for outstanding Christian service to their communities, and the number of recipients matches the age of the monarch. This year, 76 men and 76 women received the gift to thank them for their community contributions. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to keep the truth alive in royal commentary, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss a beat from the Royal Sussex Squad. And if you'd like to support this channel and help us keep the facts flowing and the spin in check, please consider clicking that super thanks button. It means the world and keeps this community thriving. Until next time, stay strong, stay smart, and stay royal.